welcome back to Jay vs. Horror. I'm your host, Jay Wall, and guys, it's Monday, which means one thing around here. It's time for 5 more awesome horror films you can watch for free. And guys, normally we do underrated horror films. I would say this bunch of films are underrated too, but to a different degree. These are all films that you've heard people talk about, you've seen posted in social media platforms, but you've never got a chance to watch. Maybe you passed by it a few times, or maybe you've heard it recommended from a few of your favorite podcasters and just never took the time to actually look that movie up and watch it. Well, now is your chance. We are going to give you the trailers to the films. If you see one you think you like, you might be interested in, cruise down to the description, guys, and we will have the links for the films right there. Click. You can go watch it anytime you want. Now, we just started Patreon, and Patreon is a way that fans can help support their favorite shows, their favorite podcasts, their favorite YouTubers, artists, all kinds of things. And just like most creators, we have monthly fees for editing software and equipment upgrades and things like that. We're trying to bring you guys the best show we can. And so if you would like to contribute a couple dollars a month, it would be much appreciated. And we will be doing special shows for our Patreon supporters where we allow them to pick the movies we review or the topics that we discuss. So I put the link for that right there in the description too, guys. You can click on that, go to Patreon, donate a couple bucks if you feel like it. If you don't, well, you're stuck with us anyway, because we're going to keep on going as long as we can. So without further ado, guys, let's get started. Now, at number 5 this week, I have Videodrome from 1983. It's a Canadian science fiction body horror film written and directed by the great David Cronenberg and starring James Woods, Sonia Smits, and Debbie Harry. It's set in Toronto during the early 1980s, and it follows the CEO of a small UHF television station who stumbles upon a broadcast signal featuring violence and torture. The cascading layers of deception and mind control conspiracy unfold as he uncovers the signal's source and loses touch with reality in a series of increasingly bizarre hallucinations. Now, for me, guys, Videodrome is my number 3 or 4 favorite when it comes to David Cronenberg, but it is truly an underrated classic and a film everyone should see at least once. Let's take a look at the trailer for Videodrome.
Why would anybody watch a scum show like Videodrome? Why did you watch it, Max?
Business reasons.
Sure. What about the other reasons?
Max Wren is a victim.
I woke up with a headache.
He has been exposed to Videodrome.
I've been hallucinating for a while, ever since...
What?
Since I first saw Videodrome.
His brain is already receiving video images. I think that massive doses of Videodrome signal will ultimately produce and control hallucination to the point that it will change human reality. Soon, his visions will coalesce and become uncontrollable flesh. Videodrome is seducing Max Wren.
Please, come to me now. Come to Nikki.
And Max Wren can do nothing to stop it.
What makes you think I need help?
None of our test subjects has returned to normality.
Television can change your mind. Videodrome will change your body.
Long live the new flesh.
It will shatter your reality. Videodrome, starring Deborah Harry and James Woods. A shocking new vision from the creator of Scanners. Coming soon to a theater near you from Universal Pictures.
At number 4, Audition. It's a 1999 Japanese horror film directed by Takashi Miike, based on the 1997 novel by Ryu Murakami. The film is about a widower named Shigeharu Ayamo, played by Ryo Ishibashi, whose son suggests that he should find a new wife. Aoyama agrees and, with a friend, stages a phony audition to meet a potential new partner in life. After interviewing several women, Aoyama becomes interested in Asimi, played by Ihai Shiana, who responds well to him. Although they begin to date, her dark past starts to affect their relationship. And all that is putting it quite mildly. Audition is a beautiful film. It spends the first 2/3 of its story time trying to set up this dark romance between an older man and a younger woman, only for us to find out that this younger woman is a complete psychopath and a relentless, cold-blooded killer. Nothing can prepare you for what you're going to see on screen with Audition, but it's a great film and definitely one that should be added to everyone's viewing catalog. Now let's take a look at the trailer for Audition.
オーディションやろ
息子に言われたんです。最近勝負遅れてるんで再婚でもしたがって。あさみ。
本当にオーディションするのか
何もお前の再婚相手を探すためだけにオーディションするわけじゃないよ。
山崎あさみです。
俺はもう決めた。
なんだあの馬を見たのか、あの女の体に触ったのか。
私だけを愛してくれなきゃ嫌よ。この人はいけません。言葉なんか嘘だけど痛みだけは信じれるのよ。あなたは私の全部にはなってくれないのね。足がなければどこにも行けないでしょ。痛い
At number 3, The Curse of the Werewolf. It's a 1961 British horror film based on the novel The Werewolf of Paris by Guy Endori. The film was made by the British company Hammer Film Productions and was shot at Bray Studios on sets that were constructed for the proposed Spanish Inquisition-themed film The Rape of Sabina, a movie that was shelved when the BBFC objected to the script. While the original story took place in Paris, the location of the film was moved to Madrid to avoid building new sets. Guys, The Curse of the Werewolf is one of the better werewolf films ever made, and there aren't a ton of really great werewolf films. There should be a lot more. This one's probably number 3 all time on my list. It's that good, and it's a very traumatic and tragic story that starts off with a rape that ends with a child being born on Christmas Day who becomes a werewolf. And this is some werewolf folklore I wasn't aware of until watching this film. That if your child is born on Christmas Day, it is destined to become a werewolf. This werewolf becomes a young man played by Oliver Reed in one of his first performances on screen. This is the first werewolf film ever shot in color. It also has a very creative transformation scene. And like I said, guys, it's truly one of the best werewolf films ever made that nobody seems to talk about. Let's take a look at the trailer for 1961's The Curse of the Werewolf.
The Curse of the Werewolf, that was laid on a baby who grew into a man possessed by a monster. To this Spanish town, the night brought drinking and dancing, music and girls, and the moon. The full moon that turned an innocent man into a savage beast. The Curse of the Werewolf, a man possessed by a desperate need for love, who found in Christina all the passionate sincerity of youth.
Christina, do you love me? Will you marry me, Christina?
You say you love me, will you marry me?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Help me! Get away! Get away! Get away! No!
At number 2, Starry Eyes. It's a 2014 American horror film directed and written by Kevin Kolch and Dennis Widmeyer. It features Alexandra Isoi as a hopeful young starlet who finds that fame's price is not always easily paid. Starry Eyes is a great movie about cults that kind of takes on that idea of Hollywood elitism. It's also super violent in some of its segments, and it has a great creature feature-esque type ending. So let's take a look at the trailer for Starry Eyes.
Welcome to Big Taters. My name is Sarah. Can I start you guys off with an order of our Freedom Tots?
We got all these people, all our friends. They're just sitting around, trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out how to make something.
I thought you were avoiding me.
Why would you think that?
Because I stole your role.
What's going on with you lately?
I work so hard. Every week it's a new class, a new audition. Hopefully you'll see something in me. I know I'd be great for this.
We'll be in touch.
Hello, Sarah. We'd like to see you again. And Sarah, this will be different.
Sarah, relax yourself.
Sarah, if you can't fully let yourself go, how can you ever transform into something?
I'm dying!
No. You're being reborn.
Your face would be on the poster on a wall in a lobby of a movie theater, a theater with a marquee. Kill your old life, Sarah. Bury it in the earth. And join us in the skies.
That's me. I'm your girl. I will do whatever it takes for this role.
At number 1, The Burning. It's a 1981 American slasher film directed by Tony Malum and starring Brian Matthews, Brian Backer, Leah Iris, and Lou David. The plot tells about a summer camp caretaker named Cropsy who is horribly burnt from a prank gone wrong. Years later, after being released with severe disfigurements, he seeks to target those responsible at a nearby summer camp. And yes, The Burning does feel a whole lot like Friday the 13th. It even has effects from Tom Savini, but it is one of the more underrated slashers of the 80s and one of those great 1981 films. There's a ton of them from that year. And just like most of those great slashers from the 80s, we have a few big stars that turn up in this one. Holly Hunter plays Sophie, Fisher Stevens plays Woodstock, and of course, Jason Alexander plays Dave. Unfortunately, The Burning never got a sequel, and so it was kind of forgotten about over the years, but all the hardcore horror fans out there, the super slasher fans, they all sing the praises of this movie because it's one of the best. Let's take a look at the trailer for The Burning.
This summer, if you're planning to go camping, don't. If you're looking forward to midnight swims, don't.
Sneak on back to the campsite. Get some matches. Build us a hot fire. Don't be long.
And if you're thinking about being with someone where no one can see you, don't. Because this summer, A Legend of Terror isn't just a campfire story anymore.
They say he smashed his way through the bunk room door, just a mass of flames. Burned alive, cried out, "I will return! I will have my revenge!" He lives on whatever he can catch. Right now, he's out there, watching, waiting. Who's there?
What happened one summer 5 years ago is about to happen again, and again, and again. The Burning.
All right, Horror Hounds, that's all we've got for this week. Thanks for joining us for 5 more awesome horror films you can watch for free. Don't forget, the links to each film are down there in the description, along with the link to our new Patreon account. And guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out the other episodes. We've done about probably 15 or 20 of these so far, and next week we have a big one for you. We're doing 5 entire franchises you can watch for free, where each movie in the franchise is available for free. So that's what we're doing next Monday, and we will talk to you the next time we've got something worth talking about. Bye.